So happy to see you, sort of sense you. I'm glad that you're hanging out with me.
Happy to sense you.
Yeah, I'm happy to sense you. It's good that you're here, ready to dance and get some movement on a Saturday night. Woohoo! Like we're going to be doing anything else. Nope, not going anywhere. I did go to the beach today, did cruise around at Sunset Cliffs, and everybody's being really good. Everybody was masked and we're all just, whoa, walking around each other.
That's good, I like to
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be through this thing sooner than later. But in the meantime, let's dance because it makes us feel better and look better usually, and everything just feels great. And I'm ready to move.
All right, I'm totally ready. I'm going to check on comments and stuff and make sure everything's good. Let us know if we sound good and look good, everybody.
Check in, everyone. Let me know you're here. Say hello. And if we look all right, you can see, you can hear, all that good stuff. I'm going to start some music from Beats Antique. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. I lost my remote. I found my remote. We'll just do a little bit of warm-up. Tonight we are going to focus on hip circle variations. So we're going to concentrate on different sizes and styles of hip circles. So this will be a multi-level class beginning through intermediate. So everybody can do this one. All right, any comments, any questions, anything that I need to
say hi to Susan,
yay. Abby,
Michelle, and Sarah.
All right, girls, I know you're all ready, and let's get this party started. Since we're doing hip circle variations, I think we should probably start by, what do you think, circling our hips? Maybe? Let's do a nice circle, just to get things moving in the waist. Make it kind of large. And reverse. I think I'm going to turn that up a little bit. There we go. Love Beats Antique. Big circle. Now stretch far to the side. Push that hip out. Over we go. Now pick it up and over. So big lift up on the ball of the foot. Work the waist. Stretch the waist. Let your body do whatever it wants. I'm just kind of stretching in opposition just to get all this part going. And circle. Now bring it up, rib cage. Circle with the ribs. Big circle. Use your upper back, chest, diaphragm, upper abs, and reverse it. That's it. Nice and large with the circle. Big range of motion. And shoulder rolls back. Smooth movements. Roll it forward. One forward, one back. Forward, back. Forward, back. Slowly bring your arms up, parallel with your shoulders. One circle forward, one back. Makes it a little more challenging. Good. And up, and up. Yes, about 5 hours ago, big feast. I'm still full. Some days you just have to do it. I did giant burrito. So good.
Well, you know, it has to be worth it. If it's worth it, it's worth it. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
And then you have this to make
And then I have this, yeah. So thank goodness for a dance. Way around now. Pull the elbows around. Keep the shoulders level. Twist, twist. Use your back to pull yourself back. Oh, that just feels so nice. And slide again. The slide should feel better now. It's a little bit warmed up. Direct it with the stomach muscles. Side, side. Use a lot of stomach muscles in hip circles. So that's why we're kind of in this area. Good. All right, let me get my shoes. I need to stick to the floor a little bit. All right, wide base. Let's see, where's the sticky? There we go. Sometimes the floor is too clean and I gotta find a spot that's not so slippery. All right, around we go. And hit the back with your circle. Reach forward with the arms flat back. Oh my goodness. And bring it up. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Here we go. And up. Maybe the third time I'll get it. Maybe.
Third time without sounds, right?
Third time, and then we're going down to the floor. You go ahead and go. I'll meet you there. Here we go. Oh my goodness. All right, over to the floor. Oh. Walk down your knees. Oh my.
Oh man. So many things. It's not even just like one thing that's stuck. It's like everything.
Yeah. Roll it up. Oh, I'm gonna blame this on the burrito. It's
so funny. That's so funny because it looks so deep.
Yeah, it's a like
what's that song?
It's gotta be something.
What's
It's
the
the
song?
burrito.
Blame it on the bossa nova.
Oh yeah.
Blame it on the burrito.
Oh, over to the side now, flat back. Down to the floor. And center, roll up. Over to the other side. And rotate, flat back. Down to the foot. Center. And up. All right, one more nice flat back. Arms in second. Down we go. Hold it there. Shift your weight to the back, behind your heels. Hold it there. Reach forward. Bend the knees. And straight. Bend. And straight. Two more. Bend. And straight. One more. And straight. Over the front. Much better. Roll it up. Oh, okay. Woo. A little better, right?
Yeah.
A little, maybe? Just a little.
Definitely better.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Still
All
some
right.
stickiness,
Okay.
but definitely better than it was
A little
before.
sticky. All right, so let's look at some hip circles. First of all, sort of an overview. All right, I'm just doing a hip circle now. So go ahead and get your hip circle going. Let me turn this off so I'm not shouting. Stop. So on your hip circles, you want to measure your size, right? There's many sizes, and the size is mostly determined by your feet, all right? The width of your feet determines the circumference of your circle. So when you're doing a hip circle, the best way to balance for your body is to do a circle that circles just over the foot and slightly beyond, not too far beyond because you get way out of balance and it kind of is wonky for the ankle and the knees. But shift that weight, you can see my hip is right over my ankle, more or less, right? So This for me, let's see, what is this? This is shoulder width. All right, I think.
I'm like, what's
Yeah.
mine?
What is?
My set?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this
All
is
right,
shoulder
yeah.
width, right? So when you stand, so you have tiny, right? And then it gradually gets bigger, bigger. And you, right? So anywhere that you can step, you can make a hip circle. So use that as your marker, and that determines your side to side width of your circle. You need to, when you're doing a circle, you need to match your front back with your side. Otherwise you have an egg or an elliptical or you don't have a circle. Ellipse. An elliptical's a machine, right?
But it's called that because it goes
Because
in
it
the
makes,
shape.
yeah, exactly.
Shape.
So put your hips over your feet. So you can see right there and there. That's my width for right now. Measure that in your mind. It's a just sort of a feeling kind of thing. Now go back is what you think is about the same. And most importantly, go forward. Very often on hip circles, I'll do it like this. So do you see, it's a hip circle to me, but it's not, because where's the front? I don't have a front, right? I have,
Semicircle.
yes, I have a capital D is what I have. I got round and then straight across and around, straight. And so it's really difficult sometimes to get that front, right? So think about the side, I think is pretty simple because your feet make that happen. But you need to create that dimension all the way around so you have a nice round ball. And like I said, you have to push forward a little more than you think. And the muscles that you use when you're here, you push forward, you do that by doing a little squeeze of the hip and the glute muscles, right? All of them together. They just squeeze and they push your hip forward. And depending on how much forward you go, sometimes you end up doing a limbo, right? You go as far as you can, and your body naturally counterbalances, otherwise you would fall over. So the circle can get quite large, and you just allow your body to counterbalance. So let's do what we all feel is our own personal medium size, right? It's not tiny, it's not huge. It's somewhere in the shoulder range. And then let's go the other way. Concentrate on making the front of your circle balanced. The downbeat of your circle can go anywhere. You have four walls, 4 areas, front, back, side, or left, right, front, back, however you want to say it. And you can always start your downbeat. Typically, we start it in the front or in the back, but it can also be started on the side, just depends on the choreography. I'm going to be showing you some 1.5 hip circles shortly, and those, the downbeat would be on the side. So, all right, now let's make that circle larger. So step out a little bit. So now you're wider. You're making your legs more like an A.
I'm gonna check on. I think we had somebody
Okay.
else saying hi.
Oh, good.
Ah, Bryn.
Brent's
said
here.
hi.
Welcome back, Brent. Good. I'm glad. So you didn't have to work tonight. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hi.
Yay. So when you take your feet wider, it's more natural. You get a nice big back part of it. But then remember, you got to balance, right? You can't make a giant letter D. You have to make an O. So you always have to think about pushing that hip forward. So more emphasis on the front, less on the back, because the back will take care of itself, right? Don't you think? It just kind of goes, right? So you don't need to push in the back. You just go from foot to foot, and there it is. You need to push in the front. So here we are.
And maybe you can also say something about how you protect your back when you go forward.
Oh yes,
Some
you know,
people
like
like
going, oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so you see this? They're completely incorrect, right? Nice arch in my back, ouch, ouch. Yeah, let's not do that. So you're always going to try to have that tailbone under and the stomach engaged, so you keep this as flat as possible. Yes, you're still going to get some sort of a bend, but you don't have a giant arch in your lower back. So it's that lovely pelvic tuck that we all love. So as you push forward, tuck your tailbone under, and it makes your back more straight.
And
now,
you will feel it in your abs.
oh yes, yes you will. Now you can also do it in the back, because in the back here, so I'll go to the back, kind of tucked a little bit. You see I'm a little more flat. Now untuck, boop, right? Tailbone goes up, back arches a little bit. It's not harmful, But if you're not used to holding your form, then how do you get from here to here and somehow magically tuck in between? It's more difficult. So you're just learning, just sort of on the front end of it, get your pelvic tuck, hold it the whole time. So as you go back, your tailbone is aiming downward and your back is going to feel protected. You're also going to feel an elongation in the spine. It should feel like it's pulling longer rather than contracting and tucking shorter. And it's not as important on the smaller circles because we want a little bit of a lift with the tailbone. Yeah. Like the Ami, it definitely, there is that lift in the back. So the pelvic tuck is not all the time. It's just mostly for the larger hip circles. So give that a try. And you can feel it right away. Mm-hmm. It really just, oh, okay, there, that feels better. So always elongate. There you go. So nice, big, large circle. So now we're going to add the counterbalance of the body, all right? You can lean, as you go back, you can lean forward, right? And then when you do a dance or a big Egyptian hip circle, a lot of times there's a body drop circle that goes with it, and it's an integrated movement. You are taking your upper torso to the side. So remember when we went over, flat back, down, right? It's that technique. So you can take it over, flat, down, other side, flat, up, and around, right? So you've done a torso circle. So pretend you're just doing our warm-up without the reaching of the arms. Turn, flat, down you go, down, 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 other side, lead with the crown of your head, flat, up, and straight, okay? So it's a torso circle in conjunction with the hip circle. Yes, they go together, but in the mind, remember it's kind of tricky. A lot of we'll do our circle and then we try to, it's tricky. So allow the body to do as much of it as possible naturally. So put your hip way out there, get it to the side. Then you start reaching, so you're gonna pull. Hip goes one way, chest goes the other. And now you've hit that first point, right? Take your body down. I'm going to review just a bit. I'm not sure where we froze. So
yeah,
I think on the big
circle.
Yeah, the big circle. So let's try that again. Let me look at the screen here and see. Yep, okay, all right. I see that you're back. So let's try that big hip circle with the counterbalance of the upper body, all right? So as you circle around, take your hip way to the side, lean, pull opposite. As your hip goes around the back, your torso drops down. Other side, flat back. Try to come up with a flat back. You're pulling opposite, right? Chest and spine pulling one way, hips pulling the other, and up and around. So you're not actually doing this whole torso circle where you go to the back. What you're doing is just a torso circle to the front. You're just over, dropping down, come around, and back up. You're not leaning back, but your hips are going forward and back. So there are two things that look similar. They look like they do go together. They look alike, but they're not alike, right? You're doing a different thing. Oh, I see myself moving. Okay,
yes,
this is good. Yay!
We're good.
Okay.
And
all right.
I told Michelle to come and find us again,
okay.
So hopefully she will.
Hopefully she'll come back.
Do that. See,
right.
We got it.
Oh, you guys are so good. Thanks for hanging in there. So bring it around. Now pick a side, whichever side you want. Start elongating your torso down and around. Whoop, up, up and around. Oh, yes.
Do that slowly.
I know.
I have no balance.
Oh, it's weird. It's weird. All right, let's do it again. When you're ready, here we go. And around.
That was better.
Yep. It's kind of fun, and if you have hair, you can sometimes flip your hair or pull the hair back out of your face right as you come up. Otherwise, it kind of ends up all over your face. Let's go the other way.
Like a cousin It.
Yeah, exactly.
That's such a cute
My hair's a bit short right now, so I'm not worrying about it too much. So over we go. Drop it down and around and up.
Oh, that's
and
my
big
better
circle.
side.
Yeah, that felt actually a lot better. So this time, as you come down, swoop your arms down here and then come up and bring the hair back. So as we go around, here we go, around here, arm swoop, bring it around, up, swoop the hair, and then around. Yes, good. All right, so this is a large hip circle with a body circle too. And a lot of times we call this the Egyptian hip circle, the very large Egyptian hip circle. And the body goes with it. So you can use it as an accent. You obviously don't do more than one or two because you get really dizzy, but it's a nice finish. Also, what's nice is to come around, do the deal right here, bring it around, coming up, and when you get to the top here, undulate down. It's really pretty. So you can do the big swoop-de-doo, come up and undulate and bring the hands down. It's quite pretty to accent the body that way. So there's all kinds of things you can do attached to it. And it would be something that you work into. You would be circling, doing figure eights, doing anything you please, and then all of a sudden you pop one giant, one big one, right? So that it creates a nice little accent for your hip and your body. So use it as a, even though my hair is short, it's still falling in my face. Use it as a little accent for yourself. So that's it's a really pretty move. All right, so let's move on to what? Let's see, we talked, oh yeah, let's move into traveling with a little bit of hip circles traveling. All right, so when you travel with your hip circle, you can put the beat to the front, to the side, to the back, right? And our most common way of traveling is to circle the hip one way. So I'm going to circle one way and cross, step to the same side the way the foot is going, and just do a step together with the emphasis in the front, right? And other way. So if I'm circling to the right, I'm stepping to the right. If I'm circling to the left, I'm stepping to the left. And I think we've done different combinations with this thing before. I'll just throw one at you really fast. If you've been in these classes, you'll remember this one, where you circle 1 and 2, make a quarter turn, then go to the other side, 1 and 2, quarter turn, 1 and 2, quarter turn, 1 and 2, quarter turn. And it's a really nice way to get around in a little box and not cover too much territory, but you're still traveling. All right, so let's try. If we're going to the left, circle left, 1 and 2. Turn left, go right, 1 and 2. Turn left again, 1 and 2. Turn left again, 1 and 2. Turn left again. So your circle goes to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, but you continue to turn to the left or the opposite side. And I just really like that one.
I like that. That's cool too, because it also has a opposition feeling.
It has an opposition feeling. It
so
really.
It's a
because you're turning here, and then you don't keep turning that way.
Right.
But you go the other way, and then you turn, and then you're backwards, right? So it has a really interesting. This is extremely great for groups and more than one person, because you can you can see right away. We could do it opposite each other. We could integrate beside each other, and just all kinds of cool little shapes. Woo! Right? That's another class. That would be really fun, making shapes. But I need the camera from the top. Right? The bird's eye view. All right. So if you are circling, say I'm circling to the left, and you travel to the left. All right. So the other thing is, if you circle to the left, you can travel to the right. And without changing your direction, I'm just looking to see what I wrote for myself. The emphasis is in the front for this one. And you just, so I'm going to get over to the left side of the screen. And I'm going to circle to the left, right? But I'm going to step to the right. So 1, 2, 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still beat on the left foot, emphasis in the front, but when we move, we are stepping to the opposite side. All right? What does that say? Battery run out soon. Okay.
We have to charge.
Hang on. I think I discovered part of our issue. Okay, back again. All right, we're good. What was I doing?
You were doing traveling.
Oh yeah, traveling.
Still to the left, but going to the right.
All right, so traveling circles. Let's circle to the left. Downbeat front. 2, 3, 4. Travel left. 2, 3, 4. Keep moving. 6, 7, 8. Travel right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Travel left. So do you see the hip tempo, the downbeat? 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The downbeat remains the same. The feet, the rhythm, it's just you change direction. So the brain goes, ah, right? It wants to change and step out on the one, but you keep everything the same. It's just, are we going step together to the left, or are we going step, open, to the right? So it's more of a brain tease than a body, because your body's fine. If you don't change anything, your body will be fine. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah,
that's a good drill.
Yeah, isn't that just kind of
And then don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Just keep the bumpa, 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 bump. And are we going right? And we could go forward, we could go back. It's just a matter of, can you keep your hip circle stable and steady over the different feet that you're going to do. So that's the traveling hip circle, going the same direction as the feet or the opposite direction, having your feet go in the opposite direction. And then the other, I think it was last class or the one before, we talked about doing a hip circle with the emphasis is in the back instead of the front. So it's usually 1, 2, but it can also be 1, 2, right? You can do a hip circle traveling with the emphasis in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can do that with stepping together, step together, or I was showing you how to cross your feet, and it looks super cool. Our hip circle still to the left, step within your right foot and the hip circle to the back, 1, and then left foot, the hip comes to the front, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very pretty. This one is one of my very favorites, very, very fun one. So let's try this, get it going. 1, 2, 3, cross your right foot. Come up and releve. Yep, there you go. Isn't that pretty?
That's a nice one.
It's just because it's very fluid, right? And I think what we did was we were here, now turn, cross your right foot over, turn, right? It makes it really nice to do traveling hip circles with this because you're already crossed, you're already all flowy. So that particular traveling one is really nice, and we would call that a medium size, right? A medium size hip circle. So you have emphasis front, emphasis back, feet step together, or feet cross over in front, and then feel free to add whatever you want to do around there. And obviously that can go into undulations and, oh, so many things, right? So many things. Okay, so now let's look at, circling your body while you're doing a hip circle with some different patterns. So let me think here. All right, with your feet, I don't know, how did I do this? Let's see. I gotta think here a second. So a quarter turn. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. Da, 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 da. Yes. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, footwork. You're going to step right, cross back, left with a quarter turn, step side by side, right, left. All right, so it's right, left, cross back, right, left. You're going to use this to make a quarter turn, and of course you can do a half turn as well. All right, so your hip will circle. Let's see, so quarter turn. You're going to hip circle to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So each time you circle, you make a quarter turn.
So we go from here to the side. Okay.
2, 3, 4. Step, cross, step, together, step, cross back, step, together. So I'm going to try it both ways and just see, because I have in my silly little notes, let's see, step right, cross back, left, step right, step left. Hip circle right. And we have to see what feels correct. Yeah, oh yeah, okay. Da, 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 da. Yep, okay. Is that feeling all right? Okay, so.
I think also, I think forward and right.
Yes, forward and right. Yeah,
forward
you have to
and
kind
right.
of
Otherwise it's not happening.
Yeah. Otherwise
Oh,
it's gonna be
what?
yeah, it's gonna be one of those weird circles. So as you put your right foot down, start your circle. Now cross back, 2, and then step together, 3, 4. Step right, cross back left, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you step in place right, cross back left, step in place right, step in place left, you're going to make a quarter turn, right? So in place with the right, cross back left, in place right, in place left. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. You will make a quarter turn. What is natural is to step out and make your quarter turn. In which case you're going to make a half turn, because if you step in place and then do a quarter, then you stay at a quarter. If you step forward and do a quarter, cross back and make a quarter, you've just made a half turn. Ta-da! Belly dance now. So this is the other way to do it. Step forward on your right, start your circle. See, here we are. Now I've already made my quarter. Cross back with your left, make another quarter, and then step in place, in place. See, now I'm halfway around. Does that make sense? So it's 2 quarters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really pretty. Very pretty looking. And it feels, well, it's a technique for the inside out, because I'm stepping around and I'm traveling to my left. My hip circle is going to my right. So turn, turn, together, together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've done that with 1 hip revolution. The hip goes around 1 time. 3, 4. You can also take it around 2 times. And I think 2 times is more natural, because I'm almost holding back together.
Yeah.
So let me do it in place. 1, 2. Well, I can't do it in place, but I'll try.
Watch it out.
2, 3, 4. That's 1 time around. But what if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 times around? It's more circles, but it actually feels better, right? So step with your right, do a quarter turn, 1, cross back, 2, now in place, 3, another circle, 4. So we've done 2 revolutions of the hip. Make sense? All right, so let's try it from here. Quarter turn, step forward, 1, quarter turn back, and in place. Yes, right? So 1, 2, 3. Doesn't that feel better? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's
It feels
it's more of a like swinging.
yeah.
Swinging
It's
with the way your legs are going. Yeah.
woo.
I think that, like the other one, like you said, you actually have to like control it.
Yeah, you have to
But
control
this one, you
it.
can like go where your legs are going.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
your feet are going dun
Yeah.
dun dun
Da 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 da.
So you get to go along with them instead
Right.
of like, wait
So-
a second, I need to slow down.
Yeah, so if you want to do it slow, and you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe you're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, you're going to add something else, that's when you do, that's would fit, right? But if you're going to keep your momentum, you're going to go around for a little bit, then you're going to do a double swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time, quarter, quarter, around, and quarter, quarter, and around. Huh. So it looks really good.
I love
I
the
like
inside out toes.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
so-
inside out just feels really good.
It
Just fun to
also
do.
looks like you're
Yeah.
like, how is that even?
I
think I
know.
said that last time too. How does it look like that's possible? How
It
is that
doesn't look possible, but it is. Now what was the other one I had? Hip circle, last step. Oh, yeah, okay. These just show up in my head. That's why I look like I'm not remembering, because I'm not. I just make them up as we go. I'm like, what? That's cool. I want to show that. And then 20 minutes go by. What was that? That was so cool. All right, so
So
this
you
is
like
the,
decipher your
yeah,
words.
and then I have to look. Oh God, it made sense 20 minutes ago. So the footwork. Let me make sure. Okay, so the footwork. Step left, cross back right, cross back left, step together. All right? So it's left, cross back together. Not necessarily touching together, but side by side. Okay? And your hip circle is going to be to the left. So we're going to go step, cross, cross, step. And you're going to circle to the left. Left, cross, cross, right. So if you notice, your feet follow your circle. So your hip goes left, center, center, and then you finish and your hip is over here. Yeah?
That's cool.
Isn't that cool? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of like you're tiptoeing around with your circle. You're matching it underneath. It's very, very cool little step. So hip circle left, step left. Hip goes to the back, cross right. Hip, well, just to the side of the back. Other side of the back, cross back left, and then finish stepping right. And you see I was leaning? Don't do that.
Is that a concentration lean?
Let's not do that. Not the best. All right, so let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Cross, cross, cross. And it's very cool looking with the feet.
Yeah.
Right? It's really. So it really looks like you're walking around under your circle, because guess what you are?
Surprise!
Yeah, it's really pretty. All right, so you know what's super fun? Add a 3/4 shimmy on top of it.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
So get it going. You need to be a slight relative for this, and this is more intermediate, so, but just give it a try. So stepping left, right, 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 da, step, cross, cross, step, step, cross, cross. Isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
It's this delicate little fairy, little light 3/4 shimmy with this nice little petite circle, and it's just so pretty. So I don't have a name for it because I just made it up, so I don't know. But let's try it the other way, plain, right? And then we'll add the circle. So we went step, cross, cross, step, right? There's a pattern. So same thing, right side, step, cross, cross, step. And which way would we circle our hip? To the right is the correct answer, because we step left and circle left. So we're going to step right, circle right, cross left, cross right, step left, right? So it's step, cross, cross, step. And you notice I am going backwards. I am traveling back, right? Just a tad, okay? So circling to our right, clockwise. Circle 1, cross 2, cross 3, step 4, 1, cross, cross, step, 1, cross, cross, step, 1, cross. Now 3/4 shimmy. 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta get up on your toes. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. So pretty. My shimmy's kind of but it's more or less happening. More or less.
Yes, that's how I feel about it too.
Yeah.
Also, it's like it's mostly happening. It's just not happening in like one
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Well, mine is right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That first one, like,
That's
right.
it,
But
yeah.
hey, we're all here to learn, so it's good. So we have to figure out what we want to call this little girl, because it's a feminine step. I think I feel very fairy-like when I'm just, oh, this is so cool. It's so pretty. And you can travel all over the place with it. So
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah, it's a good.
It's a
Yeah,
good.
see, look, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? So, and you just did it with the inside out version, which is super cool. So, feel free to add on and play with this one. This is a little gem, right? I love this one. All right, so the last thing I have to show you, it's called the C step. It is, comes out of an Ami. And the Ami is your smallest circle, right? So we did large, right? All that large, and then we did all our medium turning things. Those are all medium size. Pull it in now, stand with your feet very close, and let's do a little baby Ami, okay? So get that going. Remember your Ami is done with your ab muscles. And then other way. Ooh, that feels so nice. Amis are very comforting for me. I love Amis. Other side. All right, so there's, how do I want to do this? All right, let me show you real quick. So I had 2 more things and then we got paused 18 times. But so, and we're going to go a little bit longer. I'm going to show you the 2 more. So first of all, Ami 1.5, because this is a classic. Everybody has to know this, whether you know it or not, you're going to know it now. So it's Ami 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. The 1.5 variation can be done with any size hip circle, small, medium, large, and it works on all of them. So just know that we're just putting it with the Ami right now. The best way to do the 1.5 is from the front to the back. So if you'll see, here's the back to the front. That doesn't quite do it for me, right? So you need to start your Ami in the front at 12 o'clock. 1, 2. So that it would be coming around the front to the side. Go forward. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1.5. 1.5. 1.5. Now, with the half, step out and touch your foot. Together, half. So this one you've seen many times, 1.5. The reason why we're touching, because that enables us to walk. If you just do 1.5, it's difficult to get anywhere. You have to move your feet, right? So 1.5 step, 1.5 step, 1 half, 1 half, 1 half. You can also do it back, but don't change the direction of your circle. Keep your circle going the same style from the front, right? Front to the side, front to the side. All right, so that's the 1.5. It's kind of a quick little overview of it because it's not a difficult step. It's a classic step, but I just want to make sure it's in your repertoire. Now for the final move of our evening's program, the C step. All right, so picture the letter C. All right, 2 of them. Well, yeah, just C's. Now turn the C this way. So it's a C facing with the hollow part facing front. So you've got a C here and here, rather than sideways. There and there. All right, what you're going to do is do an Ami, come around and do the front of your C, around and the back. So our C has a little hook like this, if I can make my fingers do it, right? It has a little hook on the end. So we're going to come around, cross your knee in front of your other knee, drop your hip. That's the little hook. Now follow it around, 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 around. Other side, pick it up, turn it in, knee over knee, and there's a hook on the other side. So do you see where the C is? It's behind me, all right? So up, around, behind, up, around, and down. There is an up and down motion to it. It's not just here, 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 right? It's not a horizontal. There is some vertical because you do come up, down, and forward. That's what makes it look super cool. So up, now around, level, 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 up, around, down, up, around, horizontal, up, vertical, around, and down. Up, around, horizontal, up, vertical, around to the front and down. So your feet without the step, do this, okay? So ball of the foot, knee over knee. It's important, not knee next to knee, knee over knee. It has to be in front. If it's not in front, you don't get the maximum drop and the angle that we're looking for. So turn your foot out, put the knee in front, flat. Ball of the foot, knee in front, flat. Ball of the foot, knee in front, flat, front. Now you can see the picture that you're drawing with your feet. Now add your hip. And there we have it. This is one of my favorite steps ever. One of the first ones I learned as a baby dancer. And then I promptly forgot it. And it's been resurfaced in my life several times, and every time I go, oh, right, I forgot about you. You're such a good step. Such a good step. Isn't that pretty? So, it's an Ami with a little something, something, right? So, let's take an Ami. Around we go. And then when you're ready, on one of those times around, so I'm going clockwise to the right. So my first knee to drop will be my left because the hip has to come around, up, and drop. Okay? So let's circle 1, 2, 3, 4, around, drop. Excellent. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, around, and drop. Now, it's best if you're getting ready to do it, you put the downbeat behind you. Right? Because there isn't a front of this circle, it's all in the back. So start going clockwise, downbeat behind you, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop. Now a little shorter. 1, 2, 3, and drop. So we have a 4 count. 2, 3, and drop. 1, 2, 3, and drop. 1, 2, around and drop. 1, 2, around. Now just 1, 1, and whoops. 1 and drop, and 1 and drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful, beautiful step. Very abdominally conscious, all right? There's a lot happening in here. So it's called the C because you're making that C shape, like the letter C. You can travel with it. If you're going to travel, do yourself a favor and travel back. Yes, you can go forward. It does not feel as good. So when the hip goes around behind here in the front, instead of stepping together, so you see me doing it here, my feet really are not moving. But what if they did? Step back and drop, and around and drop, around and drop, and around and drop. So when you travel with it, you step back. On the circle part, as your hip is circling, your foot is going from here to the back. In, back, in, back, in, back. If you want to get super fancy,
yes, let's do that. Let's get super fancy.
Do you want to get super fancy?
Why not? Let's throw that in.
So here is our progression footwork, just the footwork, right? That's it. Okay, then we travel. Looks like a little dance move. And then, super fancy. It's very pretty. So if you've got cool pants on or a cool skirt and you want to swish it, go for it. All right, so let's try it in place. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Step back. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Make sure your knee goes right in front of your other knee. Very often when people get going, they don't come in far enough and the seed loses the seed, right? It doesn't look the same. So get that knee in there. 1 and 2 and 3. Now here's our swoop. Woo! 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Isn't that pretty? I like this swoop. I think it's fun, but you have to be wearing the right thing, right? And you have to really be you've got to bend, plie, and do a really quick whoop, really quick swoop-de-doo. All right, one more time, and then I'll turn you loose.
All right.
We've gotten through everything in spite of our interruptions. All right, here we go. 1, 2, in place. 3, 4, back up. 1, 2, 3, swoop-de-doo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Love that. And this can be done fast or slow. The tempo doesn't matter. I think this is a universal tempo step. It looks really cool because, I mean, obviously you're doing this really cool thing. So, of course, you can go back into the ami and body wave and circle, blah, 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 and it goes on and on and on. So it can turn into something super slinky, or it can be percussive. You can be here and here and here, and then all of a sudden you're doing M's and N's and bump, bump, you know, you can go right into your hip work. So it's a great step to use in all tempos of the dance. So this one you want to put in your list as a starred item, right? It's a very, very good one to use. And I got to keep remembering to use it. I just keep forgetting because it's one of my favorites.
So you have to collect your alphabet.
Yeah.
M, N, O, and
you're
C's.
right.
Let's
Right.
put C's as well.
M's, N's, O's, and C's are very valuable. Okay, I think we did it. Is everybody still here? I hope. Let's see.
We have
Yeah,
some people,
okay,
yeah, we
okay.
do.
All right, good. Thanks for hanging in there, and thanks for coming back multiple times.
We had Miriam too. She
Miriam,
came in.
hi.
Sorry I missed some comments,
Okay.
everybody.
All right.
And Sarah called it a fairy circle.
Oh, it does look like a thing.
She
Yeah.
said fairy circle.
Oh, I like that. A fairy circle. It's a fairy circle. Oh, that is so pretty.
Right?
Okay. Yep. Done. I like that.
Nicely named.
Okay. All right. I think we're good. Yeah,
Yes.
we're not too bad. We're a little bit over, but we had to account for lost time.
Thank you, everybody,
Yeah.
for
Thanks for
coming
your
back in.
patience. You guys are great. I'm not sure what happened internet-wise. I don't know if that's my internet or if it's the Facebook connection. There's no way to.
There is
tell.
no way to tell.
We just
That's
don't know.
the thing.
But thank you for your
Thankfully, we
continued
got to.
support and
Thankfully,
patience.
we did get to come back in. That
Yeah,
was nice.
both
We didn't,
times.
like,
So that
drop
was
it entirely.
that
It
was nice.
Yeah.
So have a great evening. Thanks again, and I will see you in a few days.
Wednesday.
These videos will be posted. Miss Nikki will be posting them very soon on YouTube. Just look in the channel there. I think most of you are subscribed now, but if you're not, go ahead and subscribe, and then you'll get all the newest ones. And
Share and
oh,
like
yeah.
and comment and all of that.
Yeah,
with
sharing is
everything.
really good if you share this video. Either part A, B, or C. It's all good. Oh man.
It is, and don't worry, I'll put them all together in the YouTube version, so it'll be one YouTube
One,
video,
yeah,
not,
one.
not three.
It'll be, yeah, variations
them
on the hip
together.
circle, one video,
Yeah,
and all these little sections will be stuck in there.
I'll make sure that happens that
Yeah.
way. And
Okay.
then you have your beginner
yeah.
series.
My beginner series started off with a bang with some great people, and we're going to be meeting every Thursday for the next couple weeks from 4 to 5:15. So look for that post. It's on the Facebook, just a little underneath this one, and send your friends over because it's a great place for beginners to get started. This one is a very beginning class, and it's good to learn all the basics all over again.
Indeed.
So, yeah, having fun with that. All right.
I'm gonna go this way and say
Yeah.
bye, everybody.
Okay. So good night, and thanks again. I'll see you very, very soon.